find this form in the chat, okay? A little bit later, okay? Nedávali ste ho tam ešte ten, a to aj Rudolf dá. Dobre, von som to preposlal. Okay. So if you have any question to our previous lesson, the lesson about Australia, just ask me if you are interested in something. I will be glad to tell you.
We want to discuss both classes, right? So Sandra wanted to say something about Domenica's class, if it's okay.
Okay, of course.
Okay, I'm glad to see, as I told a few days ago, that we both use the same books, and I like to. Can you hear me?
Of course, of course. I'm sorry.
And I liked the way now. Did you have your tablets earlier, or you can use them from now from the projects? Or I didn't understand that. If you could use your tablets before, because I see they're very useful. They could be useful not only for Kahoot, but also for interaction between the board and between the kids and us during the class when we are in the classroom. I like the class, and I can see that your kids, your pupils, your students are very alike to ours. And thank you very much for your sharing. I can't see Dominica now, but I wait for it.
Nevidíte, proč? Nejsi tam? Aha. So we have always some problems with connecting Dominica to our Zoom because of Rudy, but I hope it will be okay in a while. About the tablets, as I told G, we bought the tablets from Project Money. Actually, they are new, and but the children have some skills how to work with the devices like that, so no problem for them. And they are, as you said, very, very useful, not just for Kahoot, but we can use them in any phase, any period of the lesson, or any subject. So we are very happy to have them. Very happy. Even all the students were very happy to use them, because before I used the mobile phones with all the students because they have, but small children aren't allowed to bring devices like that to school because their parents don't allow them to bring. So we are very happy that we have these tablets, and we can use meaningfully the Project Money, because we didn't know how to do with a lot of money when we don't travel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay,
for
thank you
that.
very much.
Yes, and I would like to say for our colleagues something. Upravo smo pričali o tome da su oni iskoristili iz projekta jedan deo novca i uzeli ove tablete koji stvarno mogu da budu korisni ne samo za engleski, nego sve češće imamo interaktivne udžbenike, tako da učenici mogu da ih koriste i za bilo koji predmet. I evo dobrog predloga kako i mi možda u buduće možemo, nezavisno od toga da li možda čak imamo belu tablu ili interaktivnu tablu, ali svakako oni mogu da koriste to za vreme časa zajedno sa našim tabletima. Thank you.
Okay, and I heard that you didn't see the end of my lesson because of the internet connection. So the winner was Tino, and he got Joey as a main prize for this competition. So he was very happy, and I think they enjoyed. They learned a lot of things about Australia. Some of things they had already known before the lesson, but I think there were a lot of things which were absolutely new for them, all the specific things. So they liked the lesson as well.
I liked the classes very much. I enjoyed both classes. Your class, when you engaged them, seeing them how they proceed in their success using the Kahoot. It was great. So thank you for sharing that. Kahoot could be very, very interesting to engage them during the class to
I would
Thank you
also
very
like
much.
to take a minute or two to appreciate both of your classes and I know that Dominika is a new teacher, like a year under her belt, and she was very relaxed and managed the classroom perfectly. Kids were enjoying. We could hear their answers later. We could also see them while they were they were giving answers to their Kahoot questions. I think Rudy was filming the class. Good job, Rudy. And Danny, I know you know I love you so much, and it was great. I love your power pose. I was telling to Domenica how powerful you are in the classroom, and I've heard that you've lost your voice. It was cracking. But I wanted to ask a few questions. How old are your students? I think they're 8th or 9th graders.
They were 8th graders, so they are between 13 and 14 years old.
And do you always talk to them in English in classes? Because today I see that they could understand everything.
Yeah. I try to lead a conversation in English language, except of when I explain some new things, grammar or something like that. So I use my mother language, but the normal common conversation is in English, because they are used to using English during my lessons, and they are quite good in communication. They are okay. They watch films, videos, series, and during online education, I sent them some links, and they could improve their English as well. This is my best classroom. They are willing to cooperate. They are willing to speak. They are willing to do some extra things. So it's very good to work with students like that.
And I saw that you use project books, right?
Yeah, project for edition, and we have some supporting materials, internet materials, of course.
Okay. So we also used project a few years back. Now we're not using that one, but I loved project. I think Vesna also loved project.
Yeah, project was great.
Thank you.
Yeah, we changed it to this one that we use now. Yeah, good experience with project.
Okay. You do you want to say anything else, Vesna? Jesi htjela još nešto? I think they're having technical problems because there were a few of them in a small room. So because that's why we have echoing. You know the problem. Well.
Very well. We know the problem.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
Okay, if there is nothing else you want to say, maybe we could move on to evaluation. Fine. Okay, so I will just open up my document with the agenda and some notes that I've made to go through the entire week. Let's start with Monday. In the morning, we had introduction, greetings from our headmaster and from Danny as our project coordinator. Then followed up a presentation by Rudolf and me. We talked about information and communication technologies in learning processes. We presented the most common ICT equipment used in our school and in general. We talked about why it is necessary to implement ICT to the teaching processes. We introduced the best known educational portals that our teachers use, and also the best known edu portals for English teachers. We spoke about some of the advantages, disadvantages, and making differences between these portals. And the aim was to depict the role of ICT and conclude that it is becoming an essential part in our work. After that was Dani's presentation about a model of highly equipped and connected classroom. The basis from which it is coming out are digital education plan and the second survey of schools ICT in education. She introduced 4 dimensions as this model, 3 scenarios to describe different levels of HICC, estimated costs, possibilities of connection, and average classroom with advanced components of this model. She also mentioned possibilities of funding and tools for exchanging best practices, e-twinning, and school educational gateway. Then on Tuesday, we started the day with STEM class by my colleagues Janka and Eliška. They teach physics, chemistry, and mathematics, so they could speak very good about this topic. They explained what STEM stands for, the main objectives, pillars, what are required skills for STEM teacher, and benefits for students when they are active in STEM education. They also played some interesting videos to support their claims. The aim of their presentation was to explain STEM in details, raise awareness and curiosity in STEM education, which I think was fulfilled greatly. After that, Rudolf had a STEM class with the use of ICT with 6th and 8th graders. Students were working in 2 different digital platforms according to their skill level. Younger students used program Scratch and older used Imagine. Some students were also programming robots. They were divided into 2 teams and each of them were working on their own robot. They used the programming language and they had to program the robot to move according to their instructions. Then followed up a parental meeting. Firstly, Alenka had a presentation on the engagement of parent into the learning process. They were dealing with the hot topic nowadays, that is the dual education. Firstly, Alenka presented what it is, what are the advantages and the possibilities for students. After that, she had a meeting with parents about dual education, and she was informing them what high school application should look like, what they had to fill in, what websites are necessary to watch, and also about meetings that are organized by high schools for future students. Then yesterday, Wednesday, in the morning, Danny had presentation on the e-twinning platform. Her aim was to explain what the platform itself is about, what does it offer, what we can find there, why should it be used, and she showed some very useful links and materials. After that, Danny and me talked about the 2 ongoing projects. The first, the main project, this is how we share, and the second sub-project, what tool is it? We described in detail what are these projects about, what materials are uploaded, what we can find in different sections on the eTwinning platform, what members are included in these projects, and also its progress. Last but not least, we started a new joint project. This is my classroom. We discussed some ideas that could be covered in this topic and also the organization of future teams. Last activity was an online filmed lesson on cultural heritage in Slovakia. It was an interactive lesson with students from 5th to 7th grade, where they portrayed our customs and traditions. This class can be found on YouTube, and also the video that was covered in the presentation. And lastly, today, Thursday, the last day. In the morning, I had a presentation on English language arts. I was mostly concerned with the use of English as a second language and the use of English as a foreign language. I tried to explain differences and present the needs for each of the students, different needs for students. I also described the order of difficulties, the CIFR language skills, and at the end, I offered a few tips for English learning and teaching. After the presentation, followed up to online English classes. First was mine with 9-year-old, circa 9 years old students, 3 graders, and then the last online lesson by Denny with her 14 years old student, the 8th graders. So basically this is a summary. I hope I didn't miss out anything. If you want to add something, feel free.
So thank you very much. Thank you, Dominika, very much for summarizing all the activities. I hope you had a nice time together with us. And I hope we could learn some new, because it is sometimes very, very difficult, because you are very advanced in using technology and using e-twinning and using things like that. So I hope I hope you will learn, or you learned something new, and it was somehow useful. All the activities somehow useful you. And I hope we were able to meet the aims of our project. We tried to do the best, and we tried to join a lot of people who were able to help us. So I think it was okay. And now we are happy that it is all over, not because mostly because of activities or the presentations, but at the same time we are very sorry that we won't see you tomorrow, and I hope we will see each other the next year and in person. Okay, so after this meeting we will have a chat, or we will have a talk with G, and we will adjust all the activities, and we will let you know all the details. Okay, what it is going to be around the visits and activities and things like that. So I would like to thank you for your participation. It was a pleasure to see all of you, to work with all of you, to see some new faces. So our family is bigger and bigger, and our community, eTwinning and Erasmus Plus community. So it was a great pleasure to work for you and to see you. And if you look at the chat, there is a link for a questionnaire, evaluation questionnaire. So please fill in it to be able to get some feedback from you, and as well as from our teachers. Okay, so you can find it in the chat. You can do it now. Okay.
Okay, let
Thank
me
you.
translate it to my colleagues. Daniela vam se zahvalila u ime škole na pažnji za sva ova 4 dana i zamolila vas je, znači Dominika je prepričala šta smo radili ovih 4 dana, to ste mogli da vidite u onoj agendi koju sam vam poslala, i stavila je jedan link za evaluaciju, pa bi bilo dobro da popunimo ovaj link pre nego što se završi današnja aktivnost, i to bi bilo to što se tiče aktivnosti za danas. Ja ću ostati još sa njom na kraju da prodiskutujemo dalje o koracima koje ćemo imati, i to je to. Danny and my dear friends from Slovakia, I would also like to thank you all for organizing I wanted to say presentations, classes, and all the activities that contained a lot of information for all of us to follow. We will review them, download some of them from eTwinning, and we are looking forward to checking out the videos that you will, I hope, upload and send to us. We've discussed for these past 4 days what was going on, what we do the same, what is different. So it is fruitful LTT. At least in my case, I enjoyed it, and I know that my colleagues enjoyed it as well. And thank you all. Don't worry about the technical problems. We also have technical problems. That's normal for us. We are all colleagues, members of the same family, so we know what you are going through now. I know that your voices are cracking. You are at the end of your strength. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you very much for the words like that and from your appreciation. Okay, it is very nice to hear the words like that. Okay.
I don't know, da li neko od naših kolega isto želi još nešto da kaže ili da, evo, ja sam popunila ili pitam kolege da li razumeju sva pitanja koje su u ovom upitniku i da li treba da prevedem. Okay. I asked my colleagues if they wanted to say something or if they needed our help for doing this questionnaire since it is in English, okay? Once again, I would like to tell thank you for your classes, for your sharing with us, and I really enjoyed this week, and I really looking forward to seeing you maybe next year if we were going to have some luck, and I'm going to wave now because I have some classes this afternoon and I'm going to be with my students. Thank you once again for this wonderful, not only day, but a week. See you
Very
soon.
much.
Okay, see you soon.
Okay, thank you. See you.
Danka, can they go? I think. You're muted.
Okay, of course. If they fill in the questionnaire, so you are free, you can go home, enjoy your life. Stay healthy, okay, be careful, and we will keep in touch, okay, because of our mini projects and other activities. So, or as a friend, as friends, okay, fine. So have a nice day, have a nice weekend because weekend is coming, and all the best. I wish you all the best. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye,
moramo
nice
da
to
se
see
čujemo o projektu. We need to talk about the mini project.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye bye. Ešte, ja to nemôžem ukončiť, lebo ja ešte s ním budem vyprávať.
Idem do vyplňovania dotazov. Ktorá časť stretnutia bola pre vás najcenejšia?
Eli, ale ešte si stále v meetingu, už sme tam mali len my dve. Daj sa preč. Aj Miriana tam jakási ešte.
Ja som opustila Lí. Jeda. Proč? Ja som sa, že som...
Určite, určite. Sedni si, odpočin si. OK, G, so
Are you alive?
Yeah, I am okay, but I have some problems with my voice because both of my grandchildren are ill.
Oh.
And I'm in contact with them, so maybe I got infected, but it is not anything serious, just some problems with my voice, and I am a little bit tired, but it is okay. I am alive.
Are you going to record the meeting we are having or not?
Oh, should I?
I don't know, however you feel like. I didn't.
You didn't. Okay, so I stop sharing.